Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Thursday market webcast. Okay, so look, the bears are alive and well. They did the all-time high Monday. They held the 9-day here as resistance and had a really big push through the daily mid-band, closed below it, and then have so far held below it overnight. So if this stands, we will be shifting into much more of a sell rallies market. We've traded as low as 43, 47, 75. I really wish they hadn't done it at 5 o'clock in the morning, because that's right there, perfect touch of the monthly pivot, 43, 47, 83. So we had a really nice short from yesterday afternoon at 28.75 that we took some profit on, and we just let that runner work. And biggest runner, well, it's the biggest runner for August, that's for sure. So we've taken that off, and we're headed into the regular session today. But what do we need to be looking for today? Well, monthly pivot. Is monthly pivot going to hold? Can bears get below monthly pivot? This is your 50-day exponential moving average down here. You see the pre-FOMC price, and you see hourly mid coming down to meet that. They're a long way away from the daily mid-band, the 20-day. So being able to hold that on a closing basis should be achievable. Now, have the bears ever completely blown this before? Yeah, like the last 3 times. So, could they V them out of here? Sure. And you need to be very aware when things like VWAP, which is sitting right now at 68.75, if that starts to go bad. If that starts to go support, then you're looking at, probably having it lift at least up to 86, potentially up to 4,400, which is where it bumped its head early on in Globex and did the big move down. So ideally for the bears, they hold below. We've got our proprietary moving average at 62. You've got 5-minute mid coming in at 59.5. You really, they tested 72 at about 6 o'clock in the morning, 73 actually. You want to see that hold, and you ideally want to stay below 64. They've been consistently defending 64 resistance since a little bit before 7 a.m. It's about 9 a.m. Eastern right now as I'm doing this. Do I think something like that's going to survive the open? Probably not. It's more important for me whether VWAP at 68 is going to hold as resistance. And if it does, then what's next? They put in a low about 8 a.m. over at 51.5. So we'll have to keep an eye on that if they bring it back in. You'd want to break the 51.5, break the 47.75. If you can make a lower low, it'd be a lot easier for the bears to kind of exist. Not sure they're going to do, another big down day in a row, but the bears are in a situation now where they really just need to hold serve down here. Just don't give up the V and get into tomorrow. So the type of day, we track types of days. The type of day today is looking to be off the open is pretty whippy, pretty choppy. It's going to run everybody through the ringer a little bit, so to speak, and then it should at some point after half hour, 45 minutes decide what it wants to do. You've got a lot of bulls that have been taken out to the woodshed. You have weak shorts that don't really know what to do down here. And what I mean by that is, yeah, they're short. Yeah, they took profits. But, are they going to stay short? Are they going to stand in? It's not really, is there going to be a rally? There is going to be a rally. There are always pops. In bear markets, and I'm not saying this is a bear market, but in down tapes, there are pops, and those pops are usually violent. And you can be long the pops, you can get out of the way, but you can't fight the pops. But the question is, when those pops run dry, are the bears going to step in, defend them, and turn them into lower lows? They did that yesterday really nicely. They did that here, and then they got the move. Can they do it again today? or are we going to just kind of chop down here, or are they going to give it up? If they give it up and they do the V, well, you could end up with a really big up day today instead of a day that really does set up pretty well for the bears, except for this little sticky issue of the monthly pivot. All right, that's all I've got. Don't forget, today at noon, there's a link here on the YouTube. There'll be links on social. Come join our free private Facebook group. I'm doing a live training today at 12 o'clock on 5 things to manage any trade. And it's something, whether you trade stocks, options, whatever you trade, something you found on Reddit, whatever it is, this translates into that, and you need to hear it. Trading is trading at the end of the day. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well. We'll be out with a midday report, and I'll talk to everybody at the close. Until then, see ya. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.